Hello, my name is Monique. I'm here today with Larry Armstead, and Larry is one of our beautiful guest speakers that we are hosting at a Human Design Experience, the Miami edition, April 9th through 12th, 2026. First one of its kind. I'm co-hosting this with two other female beautiful humans, Dr. Julie Kay and Jess Tilley. The three of us um, made up this human design experience. It's meant to be a conference-like experience. We have gathered some really awesome speakers for this first event, Larry being one of them. Larry's a good friend of mine, so I'm gonna have a hard time not just getting carried away and talking about whatever. So I'm gonna try and keep it on track. Welcome, Larry. Thanks for being here. Thanks for giving me
Thank
a
you
little bit of
for
your time.
having me, love. Thank you.
So, are you excited about Miami?
Very excited. I have been literally having dreams for, I think, last night would have been the fourth night in a row about Miami. It's always like some different little version of what's happening there. Last night's dream, we were both really old. You and I,
Oh,
we met in this mall, this like abandoned strip mall, but like my mom was there, my little niece was there, and they were all coming to the conference, and I didn't know they were there. And it was a weird dream, but we ended up on the beach, so I was fine with
I
it.
love it. I love it. Um, I love how vivid your dreams are, and I love that I've been stalking you in your dreams.
You absolutely have. You absolutely have.
How great is that? So let's tell the people a little bit about you. Let's tell them your design, perhaps. How did you find design? How did you end up doing this
Yeah,
work?
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
let's start with some of that good stuff. How about
Oh,
that?
all right, let's do it. So I am a 6'2" emotional MG. Yeah, and I found design, gosh, what is this, 2026? God, that doesn't feel real.
I
But
know.
around 2019, 2018, the relationship that I was in previously like started to fail. And my 1-3 emotional manifestor bestie, we'd been talking and we'd been doing things like A Course in Miracles together, and she came across human design. And I've been a guy that's always been like uber spiritual. And she brought this to me as another modality, and I was like, Michelle, listen, girl, I don't need another modality. I've got tarot, I've got A Course in Miracles, I've got the Law of One, I've got the I Ching. I don't need another modality. And being the true manifester she is, she was like, well, I'm not going to stop talking about it, so you're probably going to hear about it a lot. And I'm like, huh. And so she just kept talking. So I kind of got initiated into design. And I looked up one day and we were just in design together. I don't like remember making a conscious decision that like I'm actually going down this road. It was just like, this is what's happening. And then that relationship that I was in ended. Like the ex came to me and was like, I think we need to separate and all this good stuff. And it was one of the best things in the world that could have happened to me. Not at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best things that could have happened to me because I pretty much immediately moved out of the house that we had. And I remember laying in my bed in my apartment one night and just in a really bad, sunken mental place after, the dissolution of a relationship. And it was like 3, 4 in the morning. And I had a human design app on my phone. I don't even remember which one it was. But I looked at it, and the first thing that I felt pulled to look to, which I now recognize was kind of just like a sacral response, was what's your profile type? And so I opened that up, and it was a 6'2". And when I tell you, like all the air sucked out of the room, I felt immediately seen because everything that I had been told my entire life, don't be this way, don't do this, why are you like this, was immediately right here in front of my face, and I couldn't unsee it. Like growing up, I didn't like a lot of people staying all night over to our house, and I come from a huge family, and I don't want people in my space all the time. And I always wanted to like put a door between me and somebody else or something else. I'm artificial shores. I'm a line too. And when I saw that this is the way that I'm actually designed to interact with the world, I cried. I was like, because, oh my God, I'm not crazy. Everything that people have villainized me for, this is just literally my body saying, no, this is what feels good. This is what feels right. And from that moment, I was like, oh, there's something here. I gotta keep digging. And that was my introduction.
Ugh, isn't it the best? God, I love that. I love that feeling because I had a similar feeling. I remember when I first was like understanding projector stuff and learning some of the stuff that I just remember being on my own on my balcony, just like crying, like being like,
Hmm.
oh my God, like all of those things that like I made myself feel so wrong and bad
Yeah,
for most of my life are actually like okay. I was like, what? I love hearing that. I got goosebumps like as you were telling it and just now sharing mine because I just that's like my personal favorite thing about this system is the validation and the stuff that comes for yourself if you're willing to
yeah,
like look at
yeah.
yourself through this lens. There's so much of that offered and like for me, I ate it up. I ate up
Same.
that sense of like, oh my God. And that's what, like you, similar to you, this is what made me bite too. It was like, okay, I'll bite. I mean, how could a system that like doesn't know me?
And that I didn't even know about.
Right.
Yeah, and that was the big thing too. So after I looked at the profile type, I looked at the energy type of being an MG because
Poof.
at that point I was curious at this point, and I looked at that and I was like, I started hearing things from childhood like, you need to just focus on one thing at a time. Why can't you just finish this one thing? And I'm like, it explained why I would start something and I would fall out of love with it.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, this is why I always have like 8 books going at a time. This is why this is going on. This is why I start this thing. But I'm like, halfway through. I never could explain that. And my mom, who's a triple, no, she's a quad split generator, she would always say, just start something, finish it. I mean, she has every center defined in her chart except for her throat. So,
Wild.
yeah. And then dad is a 3-5 generator. And so I grew up around this, not quite knowing that, me doing one thing after the other or finishing and closing a book and doing something neatly wasn't right for me.
Right.
And now it was like, it wasn't that this human design gave me permission. It was just like, again, like you said, I felt seen
Yeah. Yeah.
and it just felt right.
Yeah. 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 It's like a permission slip from the universe type of vibe. Like it's like, seen, validated, all these things that I think we spend a lot of time searching for. And I guess it's still a system maybe outside of us, but what I really have enjoyed about it is that it's brought me just back home to myself
Yeah.
in so many ways that I had forgotten about, for myself. And the MG thing is so real. I have one
Hmm.
of my best friends who as a projector, I like made everybody in my life listen to me at first because I didn't know what the frick it was to wait for an invitation. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God, you need to hear about this. Da, da. And then, eventually that was like the first year or two. But in that time, one of my besties, who's an MG, that was the thing that stood out. I mean, I forced a reading onto him early on. God bless.
I
God
love
bless.
it. I love it.
God bless him. I did it to
Projector will
so
lead. A
many of my.
projector shall lead them.
I'm a 1-4 projector too, and like defined ego, like pushy as fuck, like a project, like boom at first, and I've reeled it in since then. I've experimented with the whole waiting game. It's cute. It's cute how much less
It is.
work I
It's a
actually have to
cute
do.
look.
It
Yeah.
is. It really is, and
Yep.
like. I feel like I look younger now that I'm less bitter because I did spend a lot of time living in Bittertown
Oh,
before.
Bittertown population one, like that.
It's
Very much
so
that.
easy. We just like projectors, we could slip into that so quickly because it's like this constant search for like external recognition
Do
and like
you
it's
see
just
me? Do you
oh
see me? Yeah.
yeah, it becomes this like desperation. Like it's just yeah, we're not here to talk about me and my shit. So let's just move on. Um, but yes, the validation, that was what my bestie told me. The MG said, Monique, the one thing that you told me in that reading that will stand out to me forever and ever is that like I don't have to finish things I start.
Hmm.
Mind-blowing news. And like, can you imagine the like suffering? Well, no, you don't have to imagine it. You are it. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
imagine the suffering that like these little kid MGs are doing, like you've done you probably your whole life telling yourself like I should finish the things I start. I shouldn't get bored so quick. I da or whatever. And it's
Yeah.
like, bro, boredom will kill you guys. It will kill an MG
It
when you're
is the
bored.
worst thing in the world. I cannot explain to you what that feels like in my body. If I am bored,
Bored.
and like it's a knowing board.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be exciting. Like when I went on my first cruise, for example, it was supposed to be this big, exciting, overwhelmed, like oh my god thing, and I got there and I was bored out of my mind, and I was
Ugh.
angry and I was frustrated. And
Yep.
I'm locked on a boat, and I'm like,
Ugh.
I will swim back to the shore. Get me off of this. So like yeah, every MG needs like just that
Yeah,
validation of like just to be able to feel that anger and that frustration, but also in the same light realize that it's like I always tell when I do like readings, I always tell people don't villainize the frustration or the anger or the bitterness or anything that you feel.
absolutely.
Use them like the rails when you go bowling. Let the ball bounce against them because it's trying to get you back to yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let the ball bounce off, get angry, get frustrated, but realize there's information there. Don't
I
villainize it.
like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that analogy. Because absolutely it's intel. It's like we have to learn to use it as intel for ourselves. And again, like I you get there. I think you get there eventually. I think we do. Like at first I didn't know that. And I do feel like now like I almost catch it before I get bitter now. Like
Yeah.
I can see it before it happens now, which is like that is growth for me, for all of us. It should be used as a signpost. I totally agree. I like the little bumper, what's it called? What are they called? Bumper
Yeah,
lane
the bumper
things?
rails or so,
Whatever. You
yeah, yeah,
just use
yeah.
the visual. Yeah, I knew what you were
Absolutely.
saying. The visual, intervision pictured it right away. Um, so what would you say, Larry, is one of your favorite things about the work that you get to do now that we're doing this work?
Um, it is being able to take all of the spiritual systems that I've been a part of since I was old enough to know what a spiritual system is, right? And see that they all have a very same connector point. And I know a lot of people will say, well, human design is not a spiritual system, it's a mechanical system. I'm aligned too. I see the spirit in everything. It's a spiritual system for me. And I see its connector point with A Course in Miracles. I see its connector point with the Law of One and the I Ching and all of these things. And it's like, wow, these are just different iterations or different expressions of the same material. And it makes sense because, I mean, if we look at it from like the fractal perspective, there are people that are going to be able to hear human design. They can't hear Course in Miracles, or people that can hear A Course in Miracles that can't hear Law of One, or people that are stuck in religion that can't hear any of that stuff. So it's what fractal you're assigned to, and it's a great thing that the universe, spirit, source has translated itself in so many different ways, and that I have been entrusted, at least with the ones I've been familiar with, to see the connector points between them all. That's been my favorite thing.
I love that. I love that. Um, let me see. I got some questions here. I'm trying to read through them to see if I should pick from these because I feel like I think I wrote them at one point.
I mean, you gotta, you should for me. So I mean, go for it.
Let's see. Okay, how this kind of goes, I guess, similar to what we are just talking about too. How has experimenting with and exploring human design worked in your life? Like, is it in all of your life now?
It's I can't unsee it. I can't undo it. Like the bell has
Same.
been rung and I can't unring it. You know what I mean?
Same.
But for me, it has been, you know, 7 years of I'm going to try to poke a hole in this and I'm going to try to make it not real. And if I can make it not real just once, then I'm like, oh yeah, it's all BS. But the more I try to poke a hole, the more that boat that I'm on is just like, nope, ain't nothing getting through here.
Yeah.
I remember my first, like, I call it my first big experiment in human design. So I was going to visit my that bestie up in Connecticut, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, we're going to experiment. We're going to see something. I don't like sending my luggage on the airline. I just don't. And so I will always FedEx or UPS it. And I said to myself, okay, FedEx or UPS? Immediately, UPS. Like there was no hesitation. But I'm like, well, but FedEx is closer, and I trust FedEx more. So here I start
Right.
reasoning with like what came up in me, right? And I said, you know what? Just because my body said UPS, I'm going to go in the exact opposite direction. I'm going to send it FedEx. And I sent it FedEx. And I got to Connecticut. And even though everything said it would be there with FedEx, it took an additional 3.5 days for my stuff to get there. But meanwhile, I'm sitting in my best friend's house, and a UPS truck just keeps backing in and out over and over. And she looks at me, she was like, had you sent it UPS, your stuff would probably be
Oh.
on one of these trucks. And I was like, okay. And then on the way back home, I tried the same thing. I was like, FedEx or UPS. This time it was FedEx. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, okay, well, the sacral response isn't supposed to make sense. Let's take it to FedEx. Got it to FedEx. It was actually their home a day before I got home. And I was like, okay. And I've still done stuff like this. Even to this day, I will still just try to make it go in the other direction just to see. And it
Yeah.
hits me every time.
Fascinating. That's so fascinating. So many things about this story are so interesting to me. It's never occurred to me to FedEx or UPS my bags, first of all. Okay. That's the first thing. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. See, this is like undefined ajanas blow my minds all the time. Because I think us defined ajanas, we like forget there's other ways to like do things and think. Like literally we forget that there's other ways to think about it. I'm like, oh my God, that's possible?
It's a
What?
game
That's really
changer.
smart though. But yeah, I like that. So interesting and crazy that you could test it out like that. Are you defined spleen also?
I am.
You are, yeah.
Yep.
So the intuition is there, even though it's not your authority. That's like Amy, my potty co-host.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we've had Larry on my podcast, on our podcast, Love Human Be Spirit, a couple times now.
Yeah.
Most recently, you were on discussing your most recent creation, your human design tarot deck, which I got really pumped about as you were showing it to us that day on the episode and like telling us about it because one, because of the like time and energy that you put for this, that you
Yeah.
went from start to finish on this, creation project as an MG, like that it kept coming back and through you, and the way that it came through you, the way that you
Yeah.
synthesized the
It,
systems like you always do, I think is so brilliant.
it wasn't
Um,
my it was I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't my favorite project at the time. Like I started the project, I abandoned the project. I
right.
picked it up again, I threw it back down. I got frustrated and I was like, forget it. And then finally it was just like, just finish it. And then right before I was hitting that finish line, like MGs will probably feel this really intensely. Right when I was buffering at 98%, I was like, I can't get over the finish line. Same bestie, the 1-3 emotional man, and she was like, Larry, just finish the damn deck. And I was like, okay, thanks. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Thank you for that initiation to get me over the line. And I got it, and it is one of the greatest things that I've ever done and released. It's my baby project. So now I'm
Yeah,
doing it. I'm doing skits all over the internet and teaching people how to use the deck without teaching them how to use the deck.
it's beautiful. Yeah, and it's a beautiful deck, and I really love how it came through you. I love the visual of it, and I love the additions that you used, that you like came through you for this, that I know have like lived inside of you for a while. I feel
Oh
like
my
since you
gosh.
were young, and I know this because again, like you guys can go listen to the episode on my podcast because Larry's gone into his story in both episodes that we've had you on in different
Yeah.
to different degrees. Those are two places where you can like absolutely go find it if you want to hear the whole thing. But I know that parts of it were about younger Larry
Oh my
always kind
gosh. Yeah.
of understanding the connection of everything.
Yeah. And it
And
was.
that's really cool that grown up Larry got to create a deck
I
that
mean,
brings that.
and it's so great. In fact, I'm gonna pull it out for you because I it's important for
Good. Yay. I was hoping you would.
no,
I
I'll
was
pull it
hoping
out
you would.
because I
I
want
should have
people to
said
be
that
able to
before we started, but
see
let's,
like kind of how it works. And you care if I use you as
yeah.
a test case
Yeah.
for this?
Let's do
Okay.
it.
So I'm just gonna pull a
Woo!
random card and I'm gonna let you look at it because the deck is designed
Okay.
to like teach people in two ways. If you are human design and you know nothing about tarot, but you're like, man, I really want to know, you'll be able to use your human design knowledge to read the tarot deck, and then you'll be like, oh, well, I don't know what the Nine of Cups is, but I know what Gate 14 does, so that's what this card must mean. So I'm going to pull a
Yeah.
random card for you. I'm going to pull one with
I
a
love it.
gate number on it and one with just a body graph number on it. And I'm going to let you tell me what you think the card means.
I love it. This is
All
so
right,
great.
so here we go. Here's your first one.
Okay.
Seven of Swords. I don't know if you can see it up there in the corner,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
but that's the associated gate.
Is it a 5 or 57 or 51?
That's gate 51. So that's the
51.
card. Seven of
Okay.
Swords. So how much do you know about tarot?
Nothing, nothing. This is what got me so excited on our episode is when you told me this that somebody like me that doesn't really understand tarot could understand this deck because I understand the other synthesized element. So I really don't know anything about tarot, like at
Okay,
all.
so but
So
what do you know
Seven of
about gate?
Swords,
But what do you know about gate 51?
gate 51, right? It's an ego gate. It's a shocking gate. It's a gate that can initiate people into stuff or can it like can almost like life can it, my daughter has this full channel, so I do know quite a bit about the 51. I also do not have this channel, I mean this gate in my design, so I'm thinking about it like that. I'm gate 25 though is very prominent in mine, so I am like reaching for 51 all the time, so that's
Mm-hmm.
coming up for me. um but so Seven of Swords, gate 51, so shock, ego energy, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
what, like,
and look at the energy of what you just said on that, based on that shock, that ego energy. Look at what's happening in the scenery. You can take that 51, what you know about that 51, and you can overlay it on top of that, and you're like, I don't know what Seven of Swords is, but this is going to be shock. This is going to be some retreat. This is going to be some things that's going on. Some
some
ego
shit's
based
gonna
things
go
that are going
down.
on. Correct. You have just read that card without
Yeah,
any knowledge of the tarot. You have read that card.
that's so cool. That's
It is
just
that.
that's really awesome because that's what got me so excited about this deck when we had you on. I do feel like some shit's gonna go down, by the way, so that was a message for me. I'm definitely,
Absolutely.
I'm right there. I've been going through the shit and waiting for the shit to go down because it's coming. I know it is. Um, in good ways and I don't even want to say bad, in just ways it's going down. Like the
Yeah.
things are, um, there is some shockingness going down. Super
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I'm so glad that we did that little like example because that is what got me so excited about this deck when we spoke about it. When I finally understood what it was that you were doing here, which I think is just very cool that an MG brought this to life. Like, let's just put it together. Let's like speed this up and like we'll make it more
Yes.
efficient. This is like MG efficiency to me.
That's
put
right.
two put two systems in one so we can like teach more people quicker.
Correct. Because nobody has time for any of that stuff. Nobody has time to sit here and let's learn tarot, then let's learn human design, and let's figure it out how they. No, let's just shortcut it, of course, and figure out what.
Exactly. I
Let's figure
love
out how
it.
they both speak together. Like even when you do
Oh,
like the major arcana, like here's another one for you. Like you have the star card,
okay.
but now
Give
you
me
got the
another
body.
one.
Now you got the body graph up here. You don't know what
Uh-huh.
the star does, but look at what the body graph is saying.
Body graph is saying defined head and ajna, right? Define G, define root, define solar,
Yep.
and then
So
an undefined sacral, undefined spleen, undefined ego, undefined throat.
yeah. So I mean, if you're looking at this just as a
So this
card,
is, yeah, like a
th-
projector vibe.
mhm. Yep, and that's what this card is going to give you.
Interesting.
And you can take what you know about all those defined centers and all those open centers and be like, this is the energy that this card is giving. I don't know anything
Right.
about the star, but I
Uh,
know that this card right here is going to probably speak out of turn. I know it's going to want to
yeah.
kind of try to get, speak up and get a little bit of attention. I know it's going to not know when to say, you know, this is enough. This is a little too much. And you can see
Right.
that, even with the imagery of the star, it's pouring out because it doesn't know that it has enough in the jar. So it's telling you,
Right.
I don't know when enough is enough. So you get to be able to take your human design knowledge and just lay it over the top of this. And you're like, I don't know
I
nothing about
love
the
this.
star,
I love
but I,
it.
I know what that says. And I can use that to read this.
Yeah. It's
So,
very brilliant. And so, like, you could also say something like, tell me if I'm wrong, but like, so the head being defined and the root being defined, those are two things that I do not have. So I imagine this to be like consistent pressure in
hmm
this imagery. Whereas, like, you know, I don't know, that's something I don't experience in my everyday life. And if I pull this card, maybe that's something that's going on right now for me, right? Maybe something like that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's
It could
very
be,
cool.
yeah, it's just it lets you see yourself through a different layer of the mechanics that's not so rigid as to tie you down to just your body graph chart because I mean, transits will tell you, I mean, you're going to be activated everywhere in these great 365 days.
Yeah.
This is just kind of helping you hone down into even some unconscious patterns, even kind of when some gates are reaching for others and can't quite find them around, you could still have feel that pull, feel that tug. So this is
Yeah.
these cards are telling you, even though you might have like you might be open up top like me, like undefined head nausea, you still might be tugging for it. And it
Right.
gives you so much and lets you know where kind of all just the pain points are, and it helps you just to track that stuff down.
Oh, so awesome. So you're gonna bring these to Miami. Do you think that you're gonna like maybe play with them? Like maybe do some like sessions with these if time allows? Um,
I think so, but
maybe?
I think what I want to do. So if we look at my chart, I'm 4130,
Yeah.
and I have that hanging 36 as well. So I really need to see this like played with by everyone else in real time, so my wave can calm down and collapse and be like, okay, yeah, what I produced is valuable because also, hello, open ego, even no friends pointing at my ego. So I want to
Right.
see other people play around with it. I'll have this deck down there, play around. Hey Larry, can I play with your deck? Sure, here you go. Because I want to see how it actually works in real time and for real people. People that
Good.
have
Yeah.
no HD knowledge, people that have all the HD knowledge, people that have some tarot knowledge, people that have none. Just play.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, great. So if you're coming to the conference, you'll get to play with the cards, you'll get to feel them, touch them, buy them. Will you have some for sale, perhaps? Are you
I'll
gonna
have
bring
some. For,
some?
I'm gonna bring probably about 4 or 5, maybe
Some.
6 decks.
Okay.
But I'll also put up a page on the website where people can go and there'll be like a humandesigning experience.com special exclusive pricing or whatnot.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I'm excited. So let's talk about Miami a little bit. I'm drinking
That's
this Jim Weed. This is actually one of our sponsors for the Miami event. It's
ooh,
Jim Weed. It's like a focus drink and it's got like ashwagandha, the stuff that everybody's into, the mushrooms, the lion's manes,
yes.
the it does have caffeine, but it's like green tea caffeine. But anyways, this is one of our sponsors. I just realized that I didn't even do that on purpose. Do you see how like awesome the 4426 is? That bitch just
This is
fucking
what
does
you
her
do.
thing. It just
Like,
does what she does.
so
I
are
did
we
not
going to
do
get
this
to
on
have one of
purpose.
those? Do the presenters get to have one of those? Because
Oh
listen,
yeah,
you can
you're
see
all
I
gonna
just
get
came
one
back
of
from the
these.
gym.
Everybody's
Yes.
gonna get one of these. Yeah, even the name is cute, like Jim Weed. Get it? It's
Yeah.
like cute.
Yes.
Yes, everyone in your bag, and you're gonna get a tote bag, because this is a legit conference. We're doing tote bags with our little logos, and you'll have stuff in it, and this will be in there. I'm gonna talk to Walter, is the rep that is um my connection that's gonna be sponsoring us, which I swear to God I didn't plan this. I swear to God.
Thank you,
I'm
Jim Weed.
literally I'm literally doing an advertisement and I didn't plan it. This is human design mechanics in real time. This is the kind of shit you get
Yes,
to learn in aura with each other
a hundred
because
percent.
oh, too funny. But anyways, let's talk about Miami. So I want to know what made you want to do this? What made you say yes to this?
You asked me, and you got a without any hesitation. That was
Yeah.
literally as easy as that got. You talked about it, and you're like, "Would you be interested?" And I was like, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I hadn't planned on it, but okay, here we go. And
Ah, that's cool.
I didn't question the from it. Like it
Uh,
didn't generate a wave at all. Like now, as you guys are watching this, if you're watching this before the conference, and you're like, "Well, Larry, what are you going to speak out?" I have no idea. I have 3 things floating around in my head, and none of them have settled yet. I will know when it's time for me to know.
yeah.
As of right now, I don't know, but I'll be there, and I'm going to speak.
Yes.
And it just it felt good, it felt right, it felt aligned, and it felt like this area of the country, like this side of the country, we're always going out west for it, right? It feels like
Yeah.
we needed it over here. I'm an Indiana guy, so I'm about what 14 hours north of you.
Yeah.
And it just feels like we need something over here. It's cool to go out west and do it all, but come on over here. The water's fine over here too.
Seriously.
Yeah,
It's actually
yeah,
quite warm. It's nice. Yeah, I that's right. And you and I spoke about this when we first met. I remember it was one of our
yeah,
first conversations. We're like, we
yeah.
need an East Coast event. And here we are, fast forward to 2026, making it happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this was this whole event and the planning of it and just the people that have said yes to it. It's been like such an awesome experience for me to get to live through, and working with Jess and Julie and just to create it has been such a learning, such a great learning experience for us,
Mhm.
but also such an opportunity for evidence from the universe, like saying like, yeah, like move this way and you will get the right people in the right places at
Yeah,
the right time.
and I've even felt like a low level recruiter because I've been just like shooting people to them like, hey, Monique, what about this person? What about this person?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this person's been on my list, and I'm like, I actually know
Yeah.
this person, and I'm able just to, the community, the world has become so small, and
Yeah.
people connect so quickly. So, it's just been fun for me, even just kind of in the back seat, just watching it all. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then just even looking at it on all the flyers and stuff that are going out, and I'm like, that's me up there. Oh my god. And it
I
it,
know.
it feels really good to the old open egos. I'm not, that's all I'm going to tell you. It feels really good.
I feel really good. It should.
Yeah,
It should. And you and I met at the HDHD
yeah,
uh High Desert Conference. That's where we met, and which is also where I met Jess and Julie the following year. And so I just feel like this in-person community opportunities, those types of things are just invaluable. If you can
yeah.
get here because it's going to
Absolutely.
be an experience. Like you're going to not just get to learn, but it's about really truly making friends, and building
Hmm.
community at a time where the
We
world is like,
really need it.
yeah, it's so divided in so many ways, and there's so many places we can look towards to get pulled into this like negative Nancy kind of swirling type of shit right
Yeah,
now, for lack of a better way to say
absolutely.
it. But the one of the best ways, in my opinion, to like counter that is to like commune, to literally get together with people and talk about shit that's the opposite of that. Um
Yeah.
and and really just honing in on those relationships. And that's what you get to do in
And
experiences like this,
you'll
which is
make
just,
lifelong friends. I mean, I, you, for example,
I
like
know. I was just
we
gonna say, I
talked
mean,
we talked and we
yeah,
clicked, and here
yeah,
we are. And
yeah,
it's like that with a lot of people I was out there with. There are people out there that saw my first speech, and I'm like, I didn't even know you were in the audience. I didn't even know you were
right,
listening to what I had to say.
right,
And I know I pissed a lot
yeah,
of people off what I said out there, but that's okay. That's what I'm here to do.
yeah,
But it's just like you're making these real good connections, these real good people that are, you can talk about HD with, and you can talk about a whole bunch of other stuff with, and you get to see like how you can nerd out. Like my fiance does
yeah,
not speak HD at all. He
right.
tries, bless his heart. And I'm like, no, that's not correct, but okay, you
That's
tried. I love it. But I get to nerd out like with you, just like
yeah,
randomly at 11 p.m. and just like, oh, I see this in this celebrity. Do you see this? And you're like,
yeah.
hell yes, I see that. Let's talk. And we're going back and forth. And I love it. I love it.
Me too. Me too. That's one of the things I'm really excited for too, is just being in spaces where people speak a similar language, um, and getting to like do that. Yeah, that shorthand almost, where you can like, it's really cool when we can all talk about a thing through a similar lens.
A
Um,
hundred percent. Like when you don't have to slow down and say, yeah, because I have the 3420, and you don't have to be like, okay, now what's the 3420?
right.
You can be like, yeah, 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 and the
Yeah.
conversation just keeps going. That is the
Yeah.
most validating and most
It's
seen you will ever feel.
It's fun. Yeah, for
Yeah,
me, it's super fun. Not to say that if you don't know things, you shouldn't come and learn them. Please do.
absolutely,
There's going to be
absolutely.
plenty of spaces for that too. But yeah, if you're somebody that's been experimenting with this system for a while and you don't have a lot of community, it's a really cool thing to do, is to come in person events and actually find your fractal, like find
Yeah,
your people, because they're out there. They're out there. We all have fractal that we're supposed to be electromagnetically drawn to. We just have to
Correct.
put ourselves in the spaces sometimes to find these, right? I really believe that. I've really lived that now. So
Same.
yeah.
And it's a very much
Um,
no judgment zone, and which is what I love.
for sure. And that's what I like. So for me, but getting to throw this event in Miami is pretty important for me because I mean, I live here. This is like where, I mean, I'm from New York, but I really lived in Miami most of my life. And I just, there's something about Miami that is judgment free it feels that way to me. Everybody, you can really dress how you want here and be who you want here. And there's like a fluidity that's just allowed for like, in a lot of I feel like ways, but whether it's because of cultural things or whether it's because of a certain kind of presence, I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's because we're a younger city in general compared to a lot of these older metropolises like New York and
Yeah. Yeah.
um but there's this openness to Miami that I think thematically in my mind goes hand in hand with how I perceive human design to kind of give this level of like openness, of compassion, because for me that's what human design did. It really gave me this like big space for others in my like heart where I didn't have, and for myself. But for me, like there was so much judgment before in how I would perceive how other people did things and stuff like that. Whereas like now that doesn't even cross my mind
Hmm.
because I just assume they're whatever. I don't even need to see their chart. I'm just like, oh, they're probably blah, blah, blah. And I go about my life, which, God, isn't that better than what the fuck I was doing? What it's
And I tell you what, this is why, like, we have something on the East Coast. This is why we need like this same iteration to happen somewhere like in the Nashville, Louisville area.
yeah,
We need a
I
Midwest
agree.
because where I'm at up here, I
I
can
agree.
literally look out my window and I can spot four churches. There's a church on every single corner. So you talking about somebody like me who's like out here with tarot cards and doing
Yeah,
design. I did a thing at the mall where it was just like I was giving mini human design readings for 15 minutes. And
yeah,
people would come up, they were like, "What is this?" And I would tell them what this is. And I kid you not, I had so many people come to my table and say, "I'm okay, I got Jesus, I don't need any of this." And I'm like, "This isn't in competition with any of that. This isn't even that."
yeah,
But
yeah.
because you have a church on every corner, because there's so much indoctrination up here, this is needed up here too.
Right. No,
Yeah.
100%. And our vision with a human design experience is to take it to other cities. This is the Miami edition. We're doing this first, but there will be hopefully a where do you live? What's the city? Fill in the blank edition, you know?
Correct. Yeah.
I love that. That for me was bigger, was important, for Jess and Julie too. But the vision was bigger than just here. It started here because this is the proximity where we live.
Yep.
And we got to start with ourselves. We got to start
A
where
hundred
we
percent.
live. But yeah, but I see like this going. I see the Madrid version. I see the London version. I see. Let's go all over. Let's do the Australia version. I mean,
Let's go to Paris. Let's do it all.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's many editions to come, and if anybody's interested, find me and reach out. And I we'll do you and I obviously we'll talk. We're always in conversation, but about some kind of a Midwest or like a middle
Yeah.
America. I agree with you. Like there's yeah, it's easy to bring it to a place like this. Maybe not easy. I mean, we're still in Florida. Let me not get carried away. But
Yeah.
but it's easier perhaps to bring it to a more like metropolis. Why can't I say that word?
There
Metropolitan
we go. I was gonna
city.
say I was trying to get it too.
I was like, I'm right there. What is
I'm
it?
like, we're
Um,
circling the neighborhood.
come on, Jim Weed. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks, sponsored
Um,
by Jimweed.
sponsored by
Yes.
Jim Weed.
Yes.
Um, yeah, perhaps, but it's a little bit more challenging to do that in places where maybe it's a little bit more small town and there's churches everywhere and things like this. And it's almost more important, I feel like, to like
Yeah.
make that there. Okay, so I don't want to keep us too long because like I know people have short attention span these days, so we are
All the
trying to
things.
keep
Yeah.
these YouTube short. And we you can go check these out. We're doing these with all of our speakers, really letting people get a chance to get to know you, even though I talked a lot to this interview.
That's okay. I still don't know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah,
it's oh, I
and
have
and we
four
did the
things.
cards, and
We
I'm
did the
so glad.
cards, and I have three topics maybe four. I thought about one as we were sitting here talking. Hello, open head nudge. I was like, so there might be four things I could talk about potentially.
That's okay.
So.
It's really cool because we've gotten to see how different people are. Like there's speakers, we have 20, I think, facilitators coming to educate at this
Wow.
event. It's incredible. Yeah. And we've had some that filled out the intake form right away, filled everything out, know exactly what they're speaking about, knew exactly what they needed. And then we have some that are like, I don't really know. I'm one of them. I'm in your category. I don't know what we're speaking yet. Amy and I are like still sussing that out. So right there with you. We've got ideas, but also I feel like as
Same.
defined throats, like I mean, pretty much if you hand me a mic, I can talk.
And honestly, that is what happened at the High Desert Conference. I had
Yeah.
no clue what I was speaking on, and I was literally in my
Wow.
Airbnb the night before I was supposed to speak, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is what I'm speaking on." Threw together
Oh
a
my
quick
god.
PowerPoint, and it was great.
Too funny. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, let's wrap up with some fun, silly questions. Okay.
Okay,
What is your favorite color, Larry, and why?
blue, blue followed by
Mine
yellow,
too.
and in that order. It has to be in that
Wait,
order.
what?
Blue
What
followed
is
by
it? What is
yellow.
it? Say it again.
Blue followed by yellow, and it has to be in that order.
Oh, okay. That's
Yes.
very specific. Mine is just blue, but at least we have that part in common.
Ye-
Blue followed by yellow. Cute.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Why?
I don't know. Blue
Oh,
just feels really good to me.
me too.
It just feels chill. Like
I love that.
blue has this just really laid back vibe, and it's just like, yeah, like blue's my
Me
homie.
too. I love that about blue too. I wonder if it's our artificial shores. We're both artificial shores.
That's fact. Yes.
Maybe. Interesting. Okay. All right. What is your favorite animal and why?
It is a cheetah. I love to see them run and go. And it kind of reminds me of an MG a little bit because we're always going fast and quick, and then we're going around, and then like, okay, we burned ourselves out, but we don't realize we burned ourselves out. And yeah, I love it. That always
That's
reminds me.
awesome. I love it. That's what I thought of too. I'm like, I wonder if it's because it's like he's an MG, like a cheetah. They're like, "Doo, doo, doo,
Yep.
doo." um, okay. What is one thing that you want to do in this life before this human body expires?
Ooh, what is one thing I want to? I want to release my book of poetry. I've been working on it since I was 15 years old.
Oh, that's right.
Um,
Another thing that we've bonded over.
yes, and it's
I
right
love
here on the
that.
cusp of being finished. I'm at the 98% mark again,
Yes.
and I just keep on coming across little other things that I want to put in the book because it's going to be poetry and essays. So there's just a couple more little things that I want to put in there. Then it's ready. It's yours. It's ready to be put into
Oh
paper.
my God, that's so exciting. That's so exciting. I love to hear that, like there's not enough poetry in the world, and that's really inspiring for me personally because
Yeah.
I too am a poet, and I too have wanted to put something out there since forever for younger Monique. So that's just so beautiful. All right, what is your favorite thing about yourself, Larry?
I'm not afraid to jump into the deep end and see if I can swim. You throw me a hard topic, you're like, okay, we're gonna excavate your trauma. Let's do it. Come on, let's go, let's go. I go into it knowing that this is gonna be some hard stuff and it's gonna put me in the sunken place, and I'm gonna be there for 6, 8 months. Cool, let's do it.
uh
Most people want to avoid and tap dance around it. I am the exact opposite. Let's jump in the deep end and let's swim back to the shallow end. Because if I can swim in the deep end and go stand up in the shallow end, then I've already done the hard part.
oh my gosh, that sounds like some defined solar plexus wisdom to me. I'm
Yes.
over here like, do we have to? Do we
Yeah.
have to go to the deep end?
Yeah. Absolutely, you do. Let's ride this wave. Absolutely.
Oh, fine. Okay, what are some of your favorite things about being alive?
Oh God, music,
Yes.
music. This woman's voice right here. That
Yes.
woman's voice. My gosh. Um, just watching people. I'm a sociology major by, degree.
Oh, love that.
So I love people. I love people, but I don't like most people, if that makes
Oh, I hear
sense.
that. I
Yeah,
relate to
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
We're the
But
same.
people fascinate me. Like
Yeah,
just to people
fascinating.
watch, it is so fascinating.
Me too.
Especially now with the design overlay. I'm like, I bet you they have a defined
Oh my God,
throat.
me too.
I bet you their G center is wide open because they have
Me
no
too.
idea what's going. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Oh, me too. I could do this for hours.
Yes,
I love it.
absolutely.
I love it. Those are some of my favorite things about being alive too. Any more that you want to share?
Oh gosh, I
Maybe.
love being able to write and
Yeah,
express. I love
me
being
too.
able to connect with people and make people
Mm-hmm.
laugh. I know one of the big jobs that I came down on this planet with was make them laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
that's
my
what I do.
God.
Like if you go to my TikTok, you see me doing all these skits and all these parodies and characters. It is literally I'm just trying to make you laugh, just trying to have a human touch point with you. That's
Yeah,
it. So that's I love that kind of stuff.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah, no wonder we vibe so much. Well, I think that we should wrap up. I want to thank you for your time. Let's wrap it up, Monique, because otherwise I'm going to keep it here all night. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could do this forever, but I really hope that you guys come to Miami in April and hang out with us and meet us in person. And yeah, if you've ever wanted to come to Miami, this is a great opportunity to do that. April's a great time of year. Go to ahumandesignexperience.com. You can still get tickets. They're available. It's a 4-day event. I am going to be speaking the first day with Amy. Larry, I don't think I've told you yet when you're speaking. I
No, you
don't,
have not.
we haven't really told anybody, but I'm kind of doing this off of the cuff in my head. I want to, oh, I think Larry, you're the second day, Friday. Did I tell you that? I don't know if I
You
told
did
you that. Yeah.
not. No, no, you did not. Okay, but
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Okay.
Yeah, Friday. I think we have you down for Friday. We'll probably be releasing the schedule soon to like for everyone. Well, I don't know if like the general public, but like for people that have tickets and stuff. But yeah, we're doing this at now 5 different locations. We have 2 locations on Sunday and 1 location every other day. And we have stuff planned for the whole day. And Larry is one of those amazing speakers. Thank you for being here, Larry. And
Thank you for having
can't
me.
wait to hug you in person.
I know again it's been too long. Oh my God, it's been
So
too long.
exciting.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, anything else you want to tell the people before we sign off?
I'm gonna see you in Miami. If you want the cards, paralarymedia.com.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, cool. Awesome. We'll see you then. Bye.